Become Technology. In this video, I'm going to give you introduction on Vigor 2962. First of all, let's go and see the specifications of Vigor 2962. Vigor 2962 series is a high performance and dynamic firewall router with configurable WAN or LAN ports. It has two LAN or WAN configurable ports. It has 4 gigabit Ethernet LAN ports and 2 USB ports. And it supports 200 simultaneous VPN tunnels, including up to 50 SSL VPN. And it supports HA, and it supports central management for Vigor AP and Vigor Switch. And let's go and see what are the tasks that I'm going to show it to you in this video series. The first one is that initial configuration of Vigor 2962. The second one, accessing Vigor 2962 with the default IP, username and password. The third one, discussion on DRETEC dashboard. And fourth one, discussion on system maintenance menu. So these are the initial tasks whenever you purchase a DRETEC router that you need to take care of it. So let's go and see the initial connectivity of Vigor 2962. And right now you can able to see here the Vigor 2962. I have a Vigor 2962. My question is that if I'm a new, then where I have to start? And what is the default IP? What is the default username and password? So people, most of them, if you are going to start it as a fresher, then lot of issues and lot of doubts. So now I just give you some brief introduction about that. Let's go and see here. So first of all, there is a port number 1 and port number 2. So these two ports, we can use it as either LAN or you can use it as a WAN. So these ports are the configurable ports. And port number 1, it's a multi-gig port. So multi-gig is nothing but it supports 2.5 Gbps, 1 Gbps and 100 Mbps. So this is, we can call it as a multi-gig port. And we can use it for either WAN or you can use it for LAN. And again port number 2, this is a combo port and you can able to connect either fiber or copper, and it support 1 Gbps is the speed. And port number 3, port number 4, port number 5 and port number 6 are belongs to a LAN, and these are the 1 Gbps ports. And the default IP address for the LAN zone, which is 192.168.1.1, and the DHCP is enabled. So before you are going to start configuring, you can connect either on port number 3 or port number 4 or port number 5 or port number 6. So let's go and take a PC and connect on port number 6. Then by default you are going to get the IP address from 192.168.1 subnet. Then after that, open the browser. So you can use either Google Chrome or Firefox or Internet Explorer. Then type the IP address as 192.168.1.1 and type the default username is admin and default password is admin. So this is the way how you are going to access your Vigor 2962 as an initial setup. So this is your task number 1, and let's go and see the second task. So the second task is accessing Vigor 2962 with the default IP, username and password. Let's go and do that. Before you are going to access your Vigor 2962, let's go and check the reachability. So open the command prompt and type the IP address of Vigor 2962, which is 192.168.1.1. So I have a successfully reply from my Vigor 2962 so that I can able to access it now. Then open the browser, then type the IP address as 192.168.1.1, which is the default IP address for Vigor 2962. The username is admin, password is admin. Then after that, click login. Then the moment when you log in at first time, you are able to see there is a warning. Your router is still set to a default password, which is admin. you should change it via the system maintenance menu. So if you want to change that, you can able to change it as well. Now this is my second task which I have completed successfully, and let's go and discuss about the Dratec dashboard. So the moment when you log in at first time, you can able to see the dashboard of your Dratec router. And first thing is that if you see here, by default port number 6, it's showing active and it's showing in the green color. So which means this is connected with 1 Gbps connection. So let's say if your laptop has having 100 Mbps NIC card, so that it's showing like orange color. So which means you are connected with 10 by 100. And in case if you are going to connect with 2.5 Gbps, then it's going to show you this cyan color. So as I told you, port number 1, it's going to support 2.5 Gbps, 1 Gbps and 100 Mbps as well. And again port number 2, it has a 2 ports. I like you can call it as a combo port. Either you can use the fiber or you can use the copper. And remaining these 4 ports that we are going to use it for the LAN. And these are your USB ports. And second thing is that you can able to see the system information. So in the system information, you can see the model name, router name and version of your Vigor 2962 and the MAC address. And along with this, you can able to see system uptime, and you can see the time as well as date. And right now it's not showing the current date and time. So the reason behind this, still this device is not connected to the internet. That's why you see the status of your WAN ports is not active. So once you connect it to the internet, then automatically your device is going to contact the NTP server and it's going to sync according to your time zone. Then you can able to see the right date and right time. Then after that, you can see here there is a system resources. In the system resources, you can able to see the CPU usage and memory usage. And you can able to see here IPv4 LAN information, and you can see what's the IP address is configured, whether the DHCP is enabled or not. In case if you enable other interfaces, you can able to see those information as well. And you can see right now the WAN interfaces. Right now it's disconnected because we are not terminated the WAN. And you can see what are the VPN tunnels is configured, whether it's active or not. And you can able to see here there is a DDoS attacks, anything is happened, and you can able to see what are the attacks which is happened through DDoS, and you can able to see that attack information as well. And on the right side you can see the quick access. Through the quick access there is a system status, dynamic DNS, TR69, user management, IMR PTP block, schedule, syslog or mail alert, LDP, radius, LDAP, radius, and firewall object settings, data flow monitor. In case if you want to configure, for example, I want to configure dynamic DNS, just you can click on this and you can go directly jump into the dynamic DNS and you can able to configure it. And one more thing, on your left side, if you see here, there is a auto logout. If your device is ideal, then automatically the router is going to log out from the page. So to avoid that, just make it off. This is what about the dashboard, guys. So through the dashboard, you can able to see the complete information, like which ports are active and what is the usage of your CPU and which version you are running, what's the model, what's the date and time, and whether your WAN interfaces are up and running, or a complete information you can able to see it. This is what all about the dashboard. And the fourth task, discuss about the system maintenance. So the moment when you log in at first time, the important thing is that you need to go to the system maintenance and you need to do certain configurations, guys. So the first configuration is administrator password. So specify your old password as admin and specify your new password so that you are going to protect, because most of the people, they may guess or they just google it and they can able to know what's the default password for the Dratec router. So maybe they do some changes. So to avoid and for the security reasons, it's always recommends that specify the new password. Then after that, there is a login page greeting. In case if you want to create a banner, then you can able to specify the banner, like unauthorized access is not allowed, those kind of banners. Then after that, you can see here there is a configuration backup. In case if you want to do a configuration backup, you can do it. It's always recommends that once you complete your configurations, take the backup and store it into the right place so that you can able to restore it at any time. In case if you want to configure your syslog server, especially syslog is helpful for you to see the system generated messages. So that in case if you have a third party syslog server, you can able to configure it, and it's going to use the default port is 514 and just specify the syslog server IP. Then after that you can change your time and date. As I told you that, go to time and date and specify your time zone. For example, I am in Dubai, that's why I specified as +4. Once you connect to the internet, then automatically your DRETEC router is going to contact this NTP server and it's going to get the right date and time. Then after that, go to the management. In case if you want to change the default ports for the security reasons, you can able to change it as well. So by default, the HTTP port, it's going to use 80, or in case if you want to change like 8080, you can able to change it as well. And if you want to change HTTPS port, you can able to change it. And these are the default ports. In case if you want to do some changes, you can able to do it. And also if you see here, by default, disable ping from the internet. From internet you cannot ping your device. So in case if you want to do some kind of test, then just you can enable this by uncheck this. Then in case if you want to reboot your system, be careful guys while you are going to reboot. The first one is that it's going to reboot with your existing configurations. And if you select the second one, make sure that it's going to reset your complete device. So be careful whenever you are going to do the reset and rebooting your device. Why? Because this option, what it does, it's going to erase all your configurations and it will go to the factory default. So this is like a soft reset. And in case if you want to upgrade the firmware, you can able to upgrade it. And you can see here right now the current firmware version is 3.9.7. And if you connect to the internet, then you just click on the check the latest firmware button. Then automatically it's going to contact the DRETEC FTP server, and from there it's going to check whether any latest firmware is available or not for Vigor 2962. Then automatically it's going to download. But in case if you downloaded already, then you just click on the browse and upgrade the firmware. Then after that, by default the NAT sessions, it's selected as 150,000. So in case if you want to increase the maximum NAT sessions, then go for 300k, so that you will find the better performance as well. And make sure that once you increase this, it's going to consume more memory and leaves less memory for other features. So keep remember this. This is the note from your DRETEC. So this is what exactly how the system maintenance menu. So it's always recommends that once you log in and do the upgrade, change your date and time, and just go to system maintenance, do some tasks there, so that you will not going to find any issues in future. And in case if you want to log out the appliance, see on the right on the top you can able to see there is a nice button, just click on logout. So this is what the task which I covered in this video, and in further my videos I'm going to show it to you how to configure Wiget 2962. So I'm going to take some real-time scenarios and I'm going to show it to you how to configure Wiget 2962. Thank you for watching. For sales, please send us an email support@datavoice.com.